and we are talking to 12th Avenue. Hi guys!
Oh, yeah.
So guys, some people listening to you guys might not know what it's like to record in a studio. Tell them about it. Good sides, bad sides, some sides.
Yeah, studio, well, let's see. So when you get on stage, for example, it's all about the rush to get everything set up the way it usually is in your rehearsal room, and things need to be perfect in an extreme sense, or as close to perfect as you can get it to be, so that you can do your act. When you get to studio, you've got a little bit more time, and it's a little bit different to basically standing in a room and playing. A lot of the time, all four of us are in different areas. So you'll go in and you'll basically lay down the song as if you were playing in a jam room, but you can kind of see each other. Maybe you can see one guy through a piece of glass or something like that. And then once it's done, you've got to break down each individual instrument. You know, you literally start with the drums and make sure it's super tight according to a click track, and you move things around to get volumes up and down, and it takes a lot out of you. It's a lot of coffee, it's a lot of time spent, and you can start to get on each other's nerves after a while. But the cool thing is that once the product starts to take form and the song that you've written starts to take shape, and the producer, who's usually external, comes in and starts moving things around and helps you, show you that you've got yourself a #1 hit in your hands and things like that, that's when it really starts to progress for you. Yeah, it's probably one of the most rewarding experiences when it comes to music is being in a studio. You know, just the magic of putting something down that you had nothing when you walked in, and all of a sudden you've got yourself an actual album when you walk out.
You get to be a lot more creative in studio as well. It's just because you can actually hear everything properly. It's like when you're in a jam room, everything's really, really loud and it's blasting in your ears, but when you're just listening to it in headphones in a studio, it's like you get so many more ideas, and there's so many more possibilities. You can bring in other musicians. Like the last album we had a string section come in and play on some of the tracks and that sort of thing as well, and it was just gave a whole new element to our music, which is really cool.
It's actually kind of tough sometimes. You've got to stop yourself from doing certain things. It's like, Mark will be like, let's put these 30 vocals on this track, and I'll be like, okay, well, if we're going to do that live, we'll need like this sort of gospel vibe to come in, you know, do it with us. So you've got to really check yourself sometimes.
Yeah, there's always that constant struggle of whether you want to create Stairway to Heaven or Bohemian Rhapsody and then venture to the point of, okay, we're probably never going to be able to recreate this live, or is it worth us doing this? You know, there are a lot of discussions that take place. A lot of, you know, because there's four of us and all four very good musicians that have their own individual tastes and influences, you know, so it's a lot of push and pull over, you know, who's not going to win over this, but how are we going to come to some sort of mutual agreement on what we want to sound like. And that's the sound of 12th Avenue at the end of the day, is it's not one person's song, it's a one person's song put down, four guys coming in, changing it around to add their own influence to it, and then it works out as that. But it's a great place to experiment. I mean, you know, when you're in studio, you can literally say, I feel like there should be a trumpet on the song. So you get a trumpet player, and the trumpet player comes to play on the song. So or Brian farts on it. One of them.
Okay. Wow, that's pretty succinct. Succinct? That's the word, right?
Yeah, that is the word.
Yes.
Yeah,
Cool.
Big word.
My online dictionary here quickly. Yes,
Get the iPhone. Get the iPhone.
So where can people get your band? Where can we get your band? No, where can
We're
we
for
get?
sale too.
We're on eBay.
You got it up. There's always a price.
Where can the fans get your album?
Look and listen stores. You can get it there. You can get it on Music and Mega Store, Kalahari.net. If you have friends and family in the States, they can purchase the album on iTunes. Various online sites like Rhythm Music, you can get it there. So it's Rhythm Records, my bad. Yeah, it's all over the place, and if you had shows and we got stock of it, come and get it, we'll sign it for you. I mean, we'll sign your t-shirt, we'll sign everything.
Anything.
We love signing stuff.
Everything's linked from our website. We do most of our marketing from there, and all the links to the various places you can buy that will be seen on 12thavenueband.com. So anything you need from there, and if you've got any inquiries, there's an email address to our management company where you can inquire directly to, and if there's anything you need, like t-shirts or button badges, earrings for the ladies, underwear, whatever it is you need, you know, we'll organise it for you.
Cool. I was just about to ask about memorabilia, but never mind. So guys, tell us like a fun thing that happened, a funny story that happened at a gig.
Oh, wow. We try not to tell these stories because so it's one of us end up looking like retards.
Okay, I'll take the fall today. we were on tour once. We did a big East Coast tour. It was a couple of years ago, and it was the very, very last night of the tour. We were playing in Durban, and it was at a relatively unknown venue, and it just wasn't the greatest show to end the tour on. And just because of like all the sleepless nights and the endless partying and just the complete madness of tour, it was just somehow I fell asleep behind the drums on stage.
You really did.
And I don't know how I did it, and it was in the middle of the song. And like since then, on the last night of tour, I make sure I drink at least 1 to 2 Red Bulls. But I remember falling asleep, waking up, BJORN turning to me and just laughing his ass off. It was the funniest, most random thing. And I think we laughed about it pretty much all the way back home, Cape Town on the drive. It was great.
We're all jamming our hearts out, and all of a sudden the drums disappear.
Yeah.
Around Gaze doing one of those, one of those nod-offs, like that.
It was only for about a second though. I mean, I got the timing back. Thank goodness for tech tracks.
Yeah.
There was also an incident where, unfortunately, I wasn't with for this on the tour bus. I had to fly back for personal reasons, but the guys ended up driving all the way to the studio.
No, that's understandable.
We did a detour from I think Durban to the studio and then back to Cape Town.
Just some advice for any bands or anyone travelling for that matter. Please don't stop like a local Shangoma dude on the side of the road and ask him which direction is Cape Town, because he doesn't know.
All he'll say is just go straight.
Just go straight.
So detours, falling asleep, you guys are quite interesting to watch.
We like sparklers in each other's pants.
Yeah, that happened once on the
Never fall asleep on the tour bus.
Yeah, that's right. We took a sparkler. We almost fast asleep on the bus, and the rule is you never fall asleep on the tour bus.
You're fair game.
Pretty much fair game. Yeah, if that happens. So we took a sparkler and we stuck it into his crotch area and lit it in order to give him a bit of a fright when he wakes up. And we woke him up, basically it went along the lines of, hey BJORN, you're on fire, ha ha ha, and then he caught a light.
Yeah.
And then we were like, oh no, BJORN, you're actually on fire. It was not good.
You can't wear those pants anymore.
No, those pants are gone. Yeah.
Fine, you dropped it.
Yeah.
I didn't have to go for my monthly nut wax.
With the backstab and crack, right?
So like one day you could probably sell those pants on eBay and they'd probably go for millions.
Yeah, I could sell the concept of my butt ball and crack wax. I could even start a franchise.
Wow. Okay, I'm not even going to ask you about that, what that is. So are there any local bands that you guys want to play with that you haven't played with already?
That we have the local bands that we play with?
That you want to play with?
That we want to play with?
Yeah.
That we haven't played with yet?
We haven't been played with.
There has to be a band out there.
We haven't played with Prime Circle yet.
Yeah. I'd like to do
they'd be pretty cool to play with.
I reckon, yeah. We almost got the opportunity to play with Knave. There was a bit of confusion when they came down to Cape Town, but we went to go watch them when they were down here at Raw Observatory. It would be cool to play a show with them. If Duncan's listening, maybe like a little hint. When he comes back down again, we could maybe redo that gig. That would be cool. We have played with just Jinjer. I was going to say Jinjer, but yeah. We've played with a lot of bands.
I can't really think of anyone right now.
Doesn't really come to mind. Right now we're selfish wankers, to be honest. We just want to play the shows and play for ourselves. And for the people out there, we don't really care who we play with. No, but honestly, we play with so many bands and we play on so many festivals and events all the time. We get to see so many bands. So for us to sit down and go, wow, I really want to play with X person or X person, the opportunity comes around before you even had a chance to think about it. Like we always wanted to play with the Black Market Riots, and we get to play with them very soon as well. So yeah.
I'd like to do a show with Jack Parrott.
Jack Parrott.
Make a circle bigger.
So, do you guys want to play with any international bands?
Yes. Too many to mention.
Yeah.
Oh,
Many,
Top 5, guys. Come
Oh
on,
no, you can't.
Foo Fighters.
Yes. Number 1 actually.
My Chemical Romance.
I'm going to say the Used because I went to go watch them in
There you
London
go.
last year and they were flipping amazing.